This is the bad part of not wearing the glasses, right?
Hello, my friends. So in today's edition, we got a new sword list today. To be honest, it's actually an upgraded version, spoiler alert, from the Type XXa you used to have. And as you can see in front of me, this is the sword we can dive into today. But what's upgrading? Here's some background story I will share with you. So back to like 6 months ago, me and Jonathan were talking about our Type XXa. As you can see from here, we talking about the historical accuracy of the sword, especially for the fullers and blade and everything. So now, with the help of Jonathan from the channel White Sword, we have the chance to do the upgrading and also with a little bit of our own design features, languages in it. So let's just dive into from the overlook of this Type XXa. I'm gonna start from some new upgrades from the tip protection right here. As you can see from here, actually it's made of bronze. This is something new from Swordier's European medieval longsword line. Burgundy color leather works. We have just designed and make it really beautiful. Use really high quality leathers. Of course, you will notice those beautiful central riser on the scabbard. It's made of wood core, and of course, gonna give you like really durabilities and also good sword protections. And there's some decoration from here. I don't want like talking more details about it. And then move on a little bit, you will see the ring guard right here. We make a few upgradings with the polish finishing on the ring guard. As you can see, this is like a really rare piece. You don't find that a lot from the historical pieces, but we maybe can like mix and match. I hope you guys wouldn't mind it too much if you guys are really particular with the historical accuracy of the hilt, because we all know like the Type XXa is coming from like a 14 to 15th century. The ring guard only appeared around like the late 15th century. That's still that it still makes sense, right? If you guys talking about those historical accuracy and also polished twisted sense stopper, and this is something you guys have been fascinating about those basic things a lot. Now I know you guys love those wire wrappings, stainless steel as well, and this makes this beautiful Type XXa sword another masterpiece or not. We're gonna test out with the kind test later, but let's take a look at the blade. All right, as you can see, the scabbard protect and also suck in the blade very tightly. So this is really important for the protection. As I mentioned, the background story of this blade, the back before our Type XXa sword kind of like a little bit wrong with the fuller length. As you can see from here, this one we have like 1/4, 2 1/4 fullers on the side and 1 central fuller half of the blade. So this is more accurate to the historical pieces, and this is what Jonathan had been shared with me. I will call it this longsword a heavy one because the one I'm holding right here without scabbard is already 1,850 grams. I know some people might worry about the maneuverability of this longsword. I gotta tell you, this blade is distal tapered. I think this is something related to the comfortableness and also the maneuverability of the blade. Even though it's heavy and the point balance is still around 7 centimeters from the base right here, and like what I mentioned, is distal tapered from the base right here is around like 6.5 millimeters all the way to the tip part right here. It's around 3.8 millimeter. It's not much, you might see, but it's distal tapered, and it can give you like a really good feeling when you do all the heavy cuts. Of course, the Type XXa is still designed for thrusting as well, and also the blade length is 90 centimeters, and the one I'm holding here, the hilt sections, the grip sections, is 22 centimeters. You might notice there's some details right here. This is the hand stitching right here, and also we make some engravings, hand engravings on the hilt as well to make it like a really beautiful. Let's take a look how it can perform in confident thrusting. I think that's the purpose for us to make a battery sword. To test it out, use whatever we can find here. So now I have this Type XXa in my hand, and I'm gonna use the paper guides to demonstrate the sharpness of the blade. Yeah, it's a proof. It's very hard, as you can see. Remember I said we make upgrades on our sharpening. We use a hand sharpening now to upgrade the sharpening process to make sure you have the most consistent sharpening edge sword from Swordier. Now put it on the test of the tatami cuttings, right? I know this is the part you guys concerned the most, especially in competition and backyard fun cuttings. Alright, so let's see. Ooh, that was pretty clean. Whoa, I see. I'm impressed. Right after the upgradings with a heavy duty sword like that, man, it cuts like really smooth. I'm just using this as an example to illustrate how sharp and also the edge rotation is pretty good. I tried one more time to doing those double cuts. Well, it's a challenge. I never success once, so I will just leave that choice to you guys. This is quite a challenge. Ooh, nice. This is what we call it heavy duty, right? So let's try it on. Oh. Oh my god. This is the bad part of not wearing the glasses, right? So, but it's a success. I know it's kind of like funny, but it worked. I'm not like kidding you around. A little bit funny, but it just works so good. Alright. I love it. Alright, so the next step I'm gonna test the limit of the thrustings, right? So I think the best way to use it is just aluminum cans. I think it works pretty good. Now we'll see how it's gonna metal this the sword. Alright, so let's see. Ooh. Now, as you can see, it just thrusts through so good. I told you this is the aluminum cans which we use for the coffee beans. I didn't cut through. That's my bad. But you can see it all comes through the metal pieces right in there. Pretty good. I don't think that's aluminum. It's probably like stainless steel or something. Or maybe. I don't know. If you guys can check it out for keeping all those coffee beans. The purpose of doing that is just a test in the style of the powders. Of course, the first tip as well. You don't see the bendings. You see how the heavy duty worked right there. You don't see the blade chippings as well. Deep in my heart, I know the sword is not designed for chopping wood, but since a lot of the sword friends asked me to do that to test like the limitation of the blade, the edge rotation, everything, and also we have this heavy duty one, I think I have the responsibility to test it on the wood I picked up on the street and to see how it's gonna work out on the blade. Since all the wood is all wood right here, I'm gonna do my best to do the basic testing, and also, this is a warning, do not attempt this by yourself because it might be a little bit dangerous. Alright, so let's see how it can work out. The purpose of doing that is test the limit of the blade of the sword and also the heritage and everything. And this is the manufacturer's responsibility for safety purpose. Alright, so let's see how it can work out. You see, this is like a really hard wood, as you can see. It didn't cut through, but and also there's no bendings. I will use that as much force I can. Yeah. Yeah, the precision is pretty good. Now, I'll give one more close up to the blade here. It's still smooth, no chipping. And once again, this is not the right way to use the sword. Alright, so this is the wood chopping I did with this beautiful sword. Kind of with, but still, kept the blade. Alright. It's still pretty good, yeah? See the rigidity of this blade, is the stiffness of this blade is beautiful. There we go. See that? I mean, the purpose of doing this is not like to destroy the sword, to test the reliability, the stability of this beautiful sword. Now, you see that? After all those abusive testings, there's no wobbling sound. Right after all those abusive testings, I think the right way to test the sharpness, irritation, and also durability of the blade is to use the paper to test it out. Even though we cut all the time, that skin is still pretty good. Now I change another blade just to make sure I use the other part still pretty sharp, right? Alright, so what do you think of this beautiful sword? If you guys want to see more of this beautiful sword with those most objective reviews, I would suggest you to subscribe with Buy the Sword by Jonathan. I will definitely put the link down below so you guys can follow up and to see what you're gonna see about this beautiful sword more objectively. Please subscribe and also stay tuned and stay shy. Bye bye.